Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center here in Santa Barbara, where the weather is perfectly blustery but fun. And we just decided that the wind waits until Sunday so it could blow all my papers around. But now I'm going to tell you about this week, which was so special. On Wednesday, Genya shared her joyous spirit with sharing the new dawn, the new day, and her new life that delighted all those who were within hearing. And this past Friday, David took us on an unforgettable experience of being carried on our own personal raft down the river, whose melody and music you and I recognized from our origin, just to name one of the many dimensions we visited with him. You know, I see these broadcasts as a progressive art form of magnificence that the world has been waiting for. Now, 3 nights ago, I had an experience that has always been with me. And this time, I heard it in sound. The Advancement Center belongs to the world. No matter where you go, when you are feeling elation and maintaining a joyful presentation, you are a part of the Advancement Center. And it went on. And I heard, we are not a community. There are no rules, no organization charts, and absolutely no politics with do's and don'ts. Everything is flexible and generating perfection without competition. And it continued. You have been recognized by your bright, shiny essence that shines through your eyes, and there is nothing wrong, and everything is right. Now, did you ever stop to think that your address somewhere on this great, big, beautiful ball we call Earth is the address of your Advancement Center in your town, city, state, and country? By this time, we have all agreed that truly living your life to the fullest is advancing. Now, there is a handbook where everything in a hidden language is revealed as your energy in the field without your ever having to ask how. Your personal supercomputer is the title and should be on every person's nightstand. You hold the key, and that key is simplicity. By you having found us on your permanent passport, no, by having, pardon me, by you having found us is your permanent passport to the elevated platform of living, where we are in constant contact with what we have brought from our origin. There is no limit to what we will generate. You cannot stop advancement of humanity. We have instant communication and everything is beyond technology. In fact, knowledge of everything we are experiencing has always been known in the very core of our being. So go to where you feel the joy, the celebration, of all that drives your future. What we are holding is a net of protection over all humanity, with a communication system much more effective than the internet, because our friends throughout the universe are assisting in a myriad of ways. Our dear friend in Costa Rica sent us a YouTube of the sighting of a ship above Tulsa, Oklahoma. It had windows and was the length of 2 football fields. I watched this with Robert, and he kept nodding and finally said, "It's about time." The limitless nature of what is ahead can be felt freely flowing around everyone. And although there are major efforts to delay the process or the progress, it still continues and cannot be stopped by anyone. The harmony and ultimate power of every being is presenting an invisible flow that uplifts everything and places it in a position that cannot be disturbed by any of the normal interference in the world. Now, I call interferences in the world normal because you are discovering that you are much more than you have ever expected. This is beyond the explanation, all the explanations that are available in the world, and beyond developed intelligence level of humanity. You are about to access something that has never been discussed or even suggested, and it will simply flow into your reality and become a natural part of who you are. Now, in my invitation, I placed the familiar dandelion that we all loved when we were children. We were told to make a wish and then blow all the bits to the wind, and our wish would come true. Now, if we notice any interference with living our life to the fullest, we can just blow away all the forces that are no longer acceptable in our world of magic and miracles. Now, this is not only a clearing, wholesome and healthy, it's helping Mother Nature in broadcasting her seed and cultivating gardens that would resemble meadows rather than manicured lawns with those noisy lawnmowers. It's as simple as that. Now, the other night at dinner, I forgot the hair. He said that in the next few days, we would begin to see the world in a whole new way. The beauty will almost be too much to bear. Are you ready? We will no longer be holding on, but sharing this new vision with everyone. Isn't this what we have always been wishing for, even though we can't possibly understand the magnitude of all that is coming, and that now we will deliver what we offer from the place where we know who we are and why we are delivering it. We were told, you know that you aren't from here, but also know and always remember that you're supposed to be here. It is here that you have found your true family. The total comfort of being with someone and feeling you know what is on their mind and in their intentions is something to experience. This is the doorway to the unique part of us that is in touch with our advanced skills and abilities in the hidden world of magic and miracles. Acceptance of this reality of what appears naturally in our interface with one another and the expression of what we pick up is the simplest way of opening the door to what is beyond our present comprehension. Let us lift everyone to the elevated platform of living and see how quickly the simple task of knowing without having to understand appears and becomes part of their life. There is nothing in the formula. It is simple and without explanation. You know how to do everything, but not from a point of explanation. Simply lift everyone and watch yourself change to accommodate their presence. I watch the magic that is always present when a few of us get together. Newness is everywhere. New ideas without any filters. And aside from blowing away detractors of the magic, there is a constant celebration of how much has been released, allowing liftoff from the downward pull of gravity and the past. Speak often of your joys. This expands your field and results in your world being embraced by your limitless love and felt throughout the world and the universe. Last night, I joined Robert as he sat at his desk in the bedroom, now darkened, and looking out at the world through the window. He spoke, and I listened to his words. Some I've heard before, and some were being spoken for the first time down here. This morning, I expected to see Robert reach for his iPad to continue reading his books of fiction. Instead, he reached for his keyboard, and my heart skipped for joy. Our inaugural broadcast from the Advancement Center was February 28th, 2015. And you can find it online. It's a YouTube. The second broadcast was canceled. Robert felt the unpreparedness of some of the 40 who tuned in and obviously tuned out. We implored him to broadcast on March 14th and every Sunday since, with Wednesdays added. And he did that. David Genya and I came along in July 2018. Today, January 26th, 2020, there's the wind agreeing, will be referred to as the highest inaugural broadcast and will be referenced as the true beginning of the world of magic and miracles by generations to come. And now, it is my honor to read the words of Robert Young, who has held this promise for so long. Hidden in the middle of everything is the activity you love more than anything else. It comes and goes depending on circumstance, but it remains steady whenever you are at a loss for an answer to what do I do now? Writing will always stand in the forefront as the outlet and unique connection you have to the world beyond all worlds. Thinking is impossible in such an operation, and words become alive as they are pursued and captured from beyond all limitation. The second you start to write, the world around you changes, and other dimensions stand out like beacons waiting to add to the flow you are creating. You have returned from the world of stories with great knowledge and expansion, but there is nothing that comes near your own experience of the stories that exist in other realms. The magnificence of remote possibilities coming true in our present life is something you are able to depict with skill and certainty as you drift in and out of other worlds and transpose their reality into physical form. This is a soft reminder of what has been lingering in your field. As you explored the works of other people and expanded into a whole that was not big enough to contain your enthusiasm. There is more within our reach than has been touched by humanity in the many centuries that have passed. And there will be more again once you step outside the limits of present knowledge and take on the unlimited void of the world beyond all worlds. Opening to the world of magic and miracles can be considered an enormous step. But going into the world of your creator and then beyond to where creation is simplicity itself is much more of a step that can ever be imagined. This is where we are going, to where everything is unstable and without foundation in anything we know, where there is no comparison and no measuring system to create a feeling of safety and security. beyond the world of your Creator. Everything is beyond capability and beyond control, and each action remains forever without restriction. It is hard to imagine, but from this point, creation is possible. And each one of us will know exactly what to do once we are there. Having access to the unknown is a unique skill that comes from looking past all things and being aware that the unknown is much bigger than the known. As you step into the unknown, there is a distinct pull towards comparison with what is already known. And much of what is seen is only seen because of a sense of familiarity. All that we are about to explore will have no familiarity in our present world, but will have a sense of recognition that is beyond our regular sensing systems. A knowing, a feeling, or a hidden vision will drive us beyond what we know from experience towards a sense of knowing that is more certain than anything we have ever experienced. We are moving beyond the realms of regular life, and there is no training required. Simplicity is the formula and the operating system that will control the random generation of life experiences, and all we have to know is that it is here, now, in our field, waiting for us to step forward and claim our position. Thank you, Robert. I feel everyone joining me in deepest thanks. And there went the wind. Everything is quiet until now. I'm so glad that we are all together right now. I'm so glad to celebrate this moment with all of you, with our deepest wish for a perfect future, a perfect life, and perfect health. Thank you.